question is to name the dominant and recessive alleles. And this, it says hidden see the textbook, don't see the textbook. What you need to know is that when I cross these plants, all of them look the same. And if they all end up looking the same, that means that they all inherited the dominant alleles. Because if we cross two different things, two completely different things, and we end up with all the same thing, that means they all have the dominant alleles. So for number 9, your dominant and recessive alleles, or your dominant alleles will be tall and axial. Alright, so tall and axial are dominant. The recessive alleles are short and terminal. So flowers on the end. I'm just going to write terminal. Alright, that's letter A. Like that 9 there, that's pretty good 9. There we go. Okay, letter B, the next letter, asks for the genotypes of the parents and the offsprings in this cross. So, I see that all of my offspring look exactly the same, even though I crossed two completely different parents. What this means is that we did a homozygous dominant crossed with a homozygous recessive. So if you look at number 1 in your packet or number 5, I believe, those two are options, are examples of completely homozygous dominant, homozygous recessive crosses. So when we cross our parents that are going to be, let's use a T for tall and a little t for short. If they are tall flowers on the tall pea plant, and then terminal flowers, which we determined are recessive, we'll use a little a for terminal. And we cross that with a short plant with axial flowers, which we determined are dominant. Okay, so when we cross those, you're going to end up with a big T, little t, and a big A, little a in your F1 generation. So this is your, let's pick a different color here. So this is your P generation. This is your F1 generation. Okay, and then letter C asks you to cross the F1 generation to get an F2 generation. So when we take big T, little t, big A, little a, so this is that heterozygous individual, and we self-pollinate it, so we cross it with its own genes. That's going to give you your F2 generation. So in order to find our gametes for our dihybrid cross, we need to take our first allele. So when we make our gametes from dihybrid crosses, we need 2 alleles in each gamete, and we need 1 for each trait. So we need a T and an A. And it could be big T, big A. But that big T could also pair with the lowercase a. Our lowercase t could also pair with that uppercase a, and the lowercase t could pair with the lowercase a. So our gamete options they end up being big T, big A, big T, little t, big A, or little t, little a. When you get done with those, then you'll put those into your Punnett square, 4 on top, 4 on the side, and then you'll cross that to get your F2 generation. Alright. We're going to need to start a new sheet here. I'm not really sure how to do that yet. I'm going to stop our recording.